you hungry for dinner at least. Time now to turn to Sean Quinn with your first alert forecast.
Hi there, Tracy. Yeah, beautiful weather as you can see as you look across the S-curve and off toward the Santa Barbara Channel. Just really perfect weather. A little marine layer out there still lurking, so that means we're definitely under that influence, and it's just keeping everything really quiet. The day getting a little shorter there as we start to maybe get into the last 1/3 or so of the month of the season of fall. And again, we dropped the temperatures today. Look at that. In Paso Robles this time 24 hours ago was 13 degrees warmer than it is right now, and really amazing. And these highs today, just striking how quiet they are. Even inland areas didn't really warm up a whole lot. In fact, mid to upper 80s, a couple of 90s popping up. And Paso Robles, so yesterday you were hot by about 13 degrees off of what we see right there. So today dropping back, but maybe hold on to the fact that we're likely expecting at least another warm up and possibly significant warm up when I get to the 7-day forecast. Widespread 60s across the coastal plains. You get inland away from the beach influence, and it goes into only the 70s and a few 80s out there. Really always interesting to see how much energy it takes to come all the way from the Monterey Bay area down the Salinas River to get to Paso Robles to cool you off. That's where your onshore flow comes. And whenever you see that kind of mild weather, you know it's definitely in gear out of the northwest. So a pretty good northwesterly wind onshore for sure. And that is outstanding news because it means that we don't really have any wind issues with regard to heightened fire concerns. And all that low level moisture right there is just what the doctor ordered as far as our drought along the coastal areas. That's all we get this time of year. And so we are happy that it is coming. And there's the monsoon continuing to roll on really vigorous. And the good news is it's pushing a lot of it, the energy. It's setting up the Midwest for some much needed rainfall. I know Oklahoma, Texas, just like a lot of the West is dealing with just a dramatic drought. Now, it's quiet for us. As you can see, a lot of moisture off to our east. And as we head back to the West Coast, go ahead and put our weather, our air mass sort of players in play. Big area of low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska. Then we have an area of high pressure off our coast. It's not overly strong. And another little sort of mini low popping up off the West Coast right here, California. And overall, just giving us lots of mild onshore flow. And again, we might see some changes, which I'll highlight in a second. But let's go ahead and look at a very sleepy tropics. Now, the Pacific, the Eastern Pacific, has been fairly active. I'd say, and my guess has been more or less normal. The Atlantic, which was being advertised as being very active, like last year and the year before, where they went through the entire alphabet twice, has been incredibly quiet. They've only had 3 named storms, no hurricanes, and yet NOAA and the National Hurricane Center are still going with a very active above normal year. Now, it's going to have to really get into gear quickly to sort of catch up with that. And of course, hurricanes can be very deadly, so it's not something that we're necessarily looking forward to, but we do know that it's been extremely quiet, and we're probably going to see at least something soon. There's the marine layer right there. We'll go ahead and maybe heighten it up with our fog tracker for our Sunday and Monday morning, and you can see the reduced visibilities, more or less of what we're seeing today. We expect to see tomorrow and Monday, and then about Tuesday, Wednesday, we start to expect less of this and more of the sunshine, so that's why we expect to see a warming trend. There are your high temperatures for Sunday, and look at that, 60s and 70s near the beaches, inland areas into the 80s, a few 90s, and then by Monday, perhaps a few degrees warming as you head farther inland, but overall, very much shy of triple digits, so that's really good news there. So Santa Barbara South Coast, a beautiful day expected. In fact, maybe even a little on the cool side for some of our beaches. So visiting tourists might think that it's a little chilly on the sand, as the sea breeze and the fog will definitely keep it cool in the morning hours. As we go up into San Luis Obispo County, Paso Robles only at about 79 degrees. Wow, that is amazing if we do indeed probably see an 80 or so around there, but that is still just absolutely wonderful for those folks there. Ojai about 86 degrees. Beautiful day expected for the Ventura County region, and the marine layer might linger for some beaches all day long. Surf has come up. We have a south swell mixed in with some wind swell, and that should last for at least a couple of days, and more behind that later in the week. There's your 7-day forecast, and there's the warming as we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and then possibly into Labor Day weekend. One of our outlying forecast models keeps the heat going right through and into early the first full week of September. The other models are saying we should start to cool off or at least stabilize once we get to about Labor Day, which means overall it looks like a very warm and summer-like Labor Day. Tracy?
All right, thank you so much. Coming up, From rock, paper, shoot to rock, paper, scissors. See why many are playing this game today.